Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. For those of you returning, welcome back. And for those of you that are new, hello, my name is Erica and I'm a homeschooling homemaking mama of 5. So we are cleaning my house, obviously. Well, we're cleaning my double wide, but a double wide is a house. It is my house, it is my home, it is whatever you want to call it. So this is my living room. It was kind of messy. So obviously that's why I'm cleaning it up. Like I've said before, it doesn't get too messy, even though it seems like there's a lot of stuff in here. There's just really just the furniture, and I don't have anything up against that sidewall when you first walk in, and the knickknacks are kind of minimal, so it doesn't take too long to pick this room up. I did some sweeping and some mopping in here and some vacuuming. I normally like to sweep and mop when I go to vacuum. Oh my goodness, y'all, I did not word any of that correctly. I apologize, I'm a little under the weather. When I go to mop my floors, I like to sweep and vacuum. I know I've said this a bazillion times on here, but I just really don't feel like either one does 100%, and you need both of them to really get everything up. So Jeremy had gone through his closet and had some donations here. My kids, they love hand-me-downs, so I'm very blessed for that because that, helps my pocketbook. But they love hand-me-downs. So anyway, my husband had left them out here for my boys to go through them. Actually didn't want any of these. And ironically, most of the things that he donated had come from the thrift store anyway. So we're just, starting that wonderful process of recycling already recycled clothes. So anyway, y'all saw me vacuum and sweep, and then I will mop, but later on in the video because I didn't do it right away. I did several things, and this is actually over 2 days, even though I am wearing the exact same outfit. But of course, I didn't sleep in it, and I definitely didn't get up and continue cleaning the next day in my clothes that I had been in the day before, because that would just be unladylike, wouldn't it? Not that it makes it any better, y'all. I had worked this day, and then I came home and I took a shower and changed my clothes, and then I went to sleep. So I did change my clothes in the day. It wasn't like I wore them over 2 days in a row, but I'm not going to lie and say I've never done that before because for reasons, for whatever, just didn't feel like it. My mood wasn't in the right place, or I was sick, or just whatever, or, just being lazy. I have done it before. I don't do it very often, though. So the table just got cluttered from homeschool. And as y'all can see, that corner got cluttered again, too. So we're going to, just reset all of that. But again, this is where I can actually see the hard work that I have put in. It's, I feel like sometimes a house just always is cluttered. There's always something there. And even though I'm always working on decluttering, it gets kind of discouraging because I'm like, gosh, is it ever going to end? The answer is no. As long as people live in my house, it's not going to ever end. But that's okay, because then there's times like this where I'm like, okay, well, you know what? It didn't take me that long to get the house right back into order. Okay, so I want to take a minute to explain this little box. So I was going to go through it and start sorting it. And then I changed my mind because I was like, you know what? I only have, a limited amount of time to really go through the stuff in here. So I'm not. I'm just going to look for these pieces that go to this math manipulative set and put them in there and just leave the box alone, and I'll go through it at another time. It's not that I was procrastinating, but I have a really bad habit of getting off task and starting several projects and not finishing any of them. So my goal was to reset the table and to reset that corner section with all the homeschool stuff in it. It wasn't to declutter, it wasn't to organize, it wasn't to sort through, it was just to get things put back in their place. So that's why I stopped and didn't go through that box. I got out what I needed, and that was that. Normally what would have happened was I would have dumped that box on the table, started sorting through it, then got distracted by another project and just abandoned it completely while leaving it on the table and doing the same thing with another project. So I just put the box away to continue going through it later on. And the great thing about it was, 2 years ago, even a year ago, that box would have been full to the top and nothing would have ever found a permanent home. Those manipulatives came out of the box, went to where they were supposed to go, and they won't go back in the box because they're where they're supposed to. So I sort of permanently emptied it, if that makes any sense. It found its home, it found its place instead of just being shifted from one place to another. And the box was really small. There's not a lot of stuff in it at all. And, before it would have been just a ton. So here I'm just, putting the stuff out here. I am still not thrilled that everything is staying out in sight. But you know what? That's the way it'll work, to where it's not cluttered. I wanted to put everything in that crate, but it's just not going to fit and look tidy. It's not going to be easy for Joe to go in there and grab what he needs. So I'm just going to have to accept this is how it'll be for now. The corner section, that's, kind of, those are his library books. We went to the library the other day. And then the thing with beside the crate are Joe's school things that he goes over and grabs, his math book and his little English book. And then the red box that I was telling you guys about earlier just has like random pens and pencils and school supplies. So it's not complete clutter junk, but it could be organized and it could be neater. But I will take that for a designated time. And here you guys, the infamous Hooked on Phonics box. The more I looked at it, I know I was really hard on myself in the Goodwill video. I'm not disappointed that I got it. I still think I probably could have made do without it, but it's turned out to be not too bad of a purchase. So, if you all read my community post, you know that this will be my last permanent Saturday video. When I say permanent, I mean regularly scheduled Saturday cleaning video. I have changed my schedule to 2 videos a week, one on Monday and one on Thursday. I started working, for those of you that are new, now I only work part-time, but I started over the summer, so we were still kind of homeschooling, but we weren't on a strict schedule. So, it was easier to work and get used to it. But when we started homeschooling, it's just made it a little bit more difficult. I'm going to pause that thought for a second. So we're in Joe's room right now. And again, this is one of those things that I was trying to focus on one task, not the entire room. The biggest issue in Joe's room would be clothes. So his stuff, I've noticed he's gone through a growth spurt, and I really needed to go through his clothes and just get rid of stuff. He put on some pants the other day, and y'all, he was a future plumber. So I just knew it was time. And we've cluttered the top of this dresser up pretty badly too. I'm getting ready to actually take it out and refinish it for my other son, Mason. They're going to switch dressers. So what you're going to see me doing is just going through his clothes and sorting what doesn't fit him, what he doesn't wear, and then, I've got a basket of clothes that I need to put into his. That is JoJo right here beside me. To empty a laundry basket. So back to what I was saying, we're going to unpause my first thought about my videos going to Monday and Thursdays. I know that you guys have been so wonderful and so gracious, about my schedule, and you guys, which I've stuck. I've done really well to stick to a regular schedule. I don't think I have missed a day. So it's not that I took the day down for you guys, because you all have always been, wonderful about whenever you can post, we're good, we're here for it all, and I appreciate that so much. But it's for my own self. I like to have a schedule. I like to be on time. I like, to when I say I'm gonna put a video out, I like to put my videos out, and I've been blessed that I've been able to do that. But I can tell lately with homeschooling and with work, I'm struggling just a little bit to get things done when I want them done. So I figured 2 days would be easier to manage right now until we get into the groove of things with homeschool. And I may just stick with the 2 days. I did mention that I will have a Saturday video here and there. However, I won't just randomly post it. I'll make sure to put a preview and let you guys know so you don't miss it. I want to keep doing my hauler videos and, just showing you guys all the stuff in West Virginia. So yeah, I will let you know when those come out. And I may have an extra cleaning video here and there. But like I said, I will let you know. So I don't have a problem getting Joe's clothes washed and dried. It's putting them away that's the issue. And bless my husband's heart, he is wonderful to help y'all. Absolutely wonderful. He gets Joe ready for football and stuff and all that, and he'll get him dressed. But y'all, if he doesn't care what he grabs, there have been some outfits that I have been like, oh my goodness. So I wanted to make it make his better clothes a little easier to access, because half the time my husband's just going through the laundry basket, grabbing, the first thing that's in there. So Joe's had some pretty colorful outfits at football, I'll have to say. But of course, they're all cute. Okay, so here's the day that I mopped. You guys, these mop heads that I bought off Amazon, I thought they were the cedar mop heads, and they say they are, but they're terrible. I have the rinse mop one that's got the clean water separate from the dirty water, and it only came with one head. Well, I ordered a whole pack of it, and these are the flimsiest things I have ever used. I don't like to just be flat out negative about a product, but they are absolutely awful, and I'm going to probably try and send them back, because I don't know, these have got to be generic knockoffs or something, even though they say they're the real thing. I know Amazon has the habit of having sellers that are like that. As y'all know, my little JoJo, he's all about mopping and trying to help me, and it is the cutest thing. So here he is in his mop socks helping his mom. And I'm getting some laundry done, because I've always got to do laundry. I have really got to get in here and clean my washing machine out. It is gunky. I know it's from the fabric softener, and I do know how bad fabric softener is, but I kind of ignore it because I like my clothes to smell really good. I'm out of my beads, y'all. I cannot believe that I ran out of my beads, but I am not going to pay. They're way too expensive at the store that I work at, and I have just yet to make it by the Dollar General yet to get some, and Walmart's a little too far away, so we'll just go without them. I got my fabric softener, though, so I'm good. So I don't know if I'm going to keep these mats in here or not. These are the ones that were from my bathroom, but they don't work out in there, because I don't know why I thought they would work out in there. I have kids, I have animals, so they just, they went in there. Here is something I do not show a lot, but it's something I have to do constantly, at least once a week, a lot of times twice. So is my hallway. It collects all the dog hair, it collects everything, and I'm not really sure why. I guess it's maybe the way of the house and the flow of the air. So I like to go down and I sweep it, and then I go down and mop it. My daughter does this as her chore. My kids have daily chores, but they always switch. That's part of when we're finished with our homeschool, before they do TV, before they do anything else, they have to make sure they've cleaned their rooms and they've done a chore. But this is usually one that my daughter does, because she's really good at it. She's gotten into enjoying cleaning too. So our cat also, he likes to chew things up. And my daughter has a cork board right in front of her room to keep the dog from going in it, and the cat has scratched it to pieces. So, all right, y'all, I haven't done one of these talking in the middle of the videos in a while, so I'm going to attempt to work on this area and this over here. You guys haven't seen me in here in several videos, probably a couple months, because I've avoided this area. It's actually done pretty well from what it's been, but I have piled a few things up and I have avoided going through it. So I keep trying to find other things to do in the house and in the video to at least to procrastinate in a productive way, if that's possible. But yeah, you want to say hi?
Hi.
Joe's mopping. Yeah, Joe's mopping. But I realized it's still going to be in the back of my head, and it's still going to be nagging at me. So I'm just going to go ahead and get to it. So what I want to do is I'm going to set a timer for 20 minutes, because frankly that's all I want to do, and I will be satisfied with 20 minutes of time back here, because I think I can get a lot done. So I'm going to start on this, because this is what I see from down the hallway, and see what all I can do with this in 20 minutes. And then I'm going to try and work my way over here. Again, this is where everything goes when I declutter and I sort that I don't really want to deal with right at that moment. And it's gotten better over time. My piles aren't as big, but they're still there. So, all right, let's get to it. I bought some more puzzles, and I shouldn't have, and I'd promised myself I wasn't going to buy any more until I did the ones that I had, but I have several puzzles that people have bought me as gifts, and I haven't put them together yet. So there were some that I really wanted that I saw at Walmart a while back to go in my bedroom, and believe it or not, I am that much of a puzzle nerd that I have a favorite brand of puzzles, and I have a favorite puzzle artist. So yeah, it's the Charles, I want to say Wachowski, but I think that's the name of that's Mike Legowski. I think I'm getting confused with Monsters Inc. So maybe it is Charles Legowski. I don't know. Anyway. He has puzzles at Walmart, and I don't know if he draws the puzzle, if he does the pictures just for Walmart's puzzles, or what, or for this brand of puzzles. But anyway, I love them. So I found 2 of them, and I picked them up, and I'd like to put them together and put them in my room, but I really haven't had any time. And y'all want to hear the irony of this? We went to Habitat for Humanity to look for my son for a desk, and my husband said, "Hey, you want a card table?" I was like, "No, I don't want a card table. Why in the world would I want a card table?" And he was really just joking, and I was really just being silly. And I tell you what, I kid you not, yesterday I was like, I really want to put this puzzle together, but I don't want to do it on the dining room table because we eat here and we do homeschool here. It's like, I could really use a card table. So now I kind of wish I had bought it. And little funny thing, I know I've talked about this several times, how much I like Halloween and how much I love ghost stories. Don't really believe in ghosts. I'm not saying there aren't things out there that we can't explain, but it's not something I normally listen to and think, oh, this is real. But y'all, I have listened to so many stories now that I'm afraid to buy furniture from the Salvation Army or Goodwill or even from Habitat because I'm afraid I'm going to bring something home. And honestly, what I should be afraid of is bringing cooties home or something from, these places, just because you never know. Which that is not a shot at all at shopping at Goodwill, y'all, because you know that I love to shop at Goodwill. That's just even the cleanest of homes. You can transfer stuff between houses without even knowing it. Well, this video is getting ready to wind down, and thank you all so much for sharing this small victory with me of it only taking 20 minutes to declutter a lot more than I ever thought I could get done. I'm so thankful and blessed for you all. Well, for you all. So just a reminder, I will have a video out Monday and Thursday starting next week. And thank you all so much again for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. It really does mean the world to me. I love y'all. I hope you have a blessed one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.